Katie from Pop Sugar, and we're on location today at the W Hotel in West Los Angeles, and I'm joined by Meghan Markle from Suits.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's great. How are you?
Good. So I really want to talk about Suits, and I know you guys are in season 2, but tell me a little bit about your character, Rachel.
Rachel Zane is paralegal, which we all know, but I think when we first meet her in season 1, what's so interesting about her is that she's sort of jaded and used to these hotshot associates who come into the firm. And so when that first moment when she meets Mike Ross, you really assume that she's going to have the same relationship with him as all the rest of them. So she's ambitious. She's desperately trying to pass the bar so that she can become a lawyer. And really over season 2, we get to see that she has a nice romantic connection with Mike, but also her own personal aspirations. So I love playing her.
So did you and Patrick do a chemistry read before you landed the role?
Yeah, when I tested for the role, Patrick and I read together, and once I knew that he was cast at Mike Ross, I was so excited because Patrick and I had done a pilot together maybe 5 years ago for a different network with Catherine O'Hara, and in that one we were cast as I was like a very wealthy girl that he had a crush on. And so television sees us a certain way, but I knew that our on-camera chemistry would be good, and so my fingers were crossed after the test, but I had a good feeling about it, so I was thrilled when I got it.
It's just kind of destined to be this way with you two.
I guess so.
Earlier this season, we went back in time 5 years.
Yeah.
What were you doing 5 years ago?
Me, personally?
Personally, what were you doing professionally?
Oh gosh, about 5 years ago, I had just started acting. I had double majored at Northwestern, Theater and International Relations, and I always thought I'd work in politics. I'd been working for the U.S. Embassy in Argentina, and had just ended up at a party actually very close to here when a friend of mine gave a student film that I had done to a manager, and he said, "You're going to make money and I want to take 10%. I think you should stay in LA." And I did, and so that was really like 5-6 years ago. I was auditioning, so I'm so thrilled to not be auditioning anymore.
And did you have the bangs back then 5 years ago?
Did not have the bangs, and I'm glad that we clipped those in for that episode so that I know that is a look I should never rock.
We'll leave it in the past.
Yeah, no.
So we're leading into kind of the summer finale, and things are really getting intense for Rachel and Mike. So can you tell us a little bit of what maybe we can expect when the show returns in January, or what's going to happen maybe that we'll see as a cliffhanger in the mid-season finale? Yeah,
without revealing too much, which obviously I can't, I will say that season 2, Mike and Rachel, in many ways, Rachel is just put through the ringer because she has opened herself up so much, and I think as girls we know this, when you make yourself vulnerable to a guy and he just sort of
walks all over you.
So I am hoping that if things don't go as Rachel plans with the love of Mike Ross, that at least she gets a little backbone back. And I think you might see some of that in the rest of the season. Also, they do throw in a foil of yet another girl for the love triangle with Mike and Rachel. It's not Jenny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. You guys seem like such a close-knit cast and like a big family. So everybody kind of has like the comedian in the family, or like the mother figure. So tell me about everybody and what their roles are, as a family on set.
Completely. We are so close. It's the biggest blessing, right, to work on a show where you just love the people you're with every day, especially when you're working 17 hours some days, right? Comedian is an easy one, and I'm sure you can guess. It's Rick Hoffman, who plays Louis Litt. He's really like my big brother off camera, but he's so funny. Gabriel is like, who would he be in the family? He's so calm. He's like the vegan who wears linen, and he's nothing like Harvey Specter.
He's like the cool older brother.
Yeah, he's just cool. He has great advice. Patrick is absolutely like my brother, and Sarah Rafferty, who plays Donna, is just the most incredible woman. She and Gina both are like Mama Bear on set. They just make sure everything is going according to plan, and they give me such great advice, not just on acting, but on being a wife, a mom one day, like all those great things.
But I know you just took a personal vacation.
I did.
So it must be great to get a little time away from the set. So tell me about that.
Yeah, we're on hiatus right now. So we had 2 weeks to go do whatever we wanted, and they added this 3rd week for us in LA. So for those 2 weeks, I went to Croatia, to the Dalmatian Islands, which are right in the Adriatic Sea between Italy and Croatia. It was unbelievable, and with my love of food, much like Rachel Zane, it was a pretty spectacular place to be because the seafood is the freshest, the wine is wonderful, and Yeah.
So I just want to switch gears and talk about Rachel's fashion and your
Yeah.
personal fashion. I love what you're wearing right now.
Thank you.
So her style is like very chic. It seems very New York, but it's also very sophisticated. Do you have any play into what she wears on the show?
Oh, absolutely. We've really conceived Rachel in this way that everything that she wears should look polished, should look like she comes from money, but also she loves fashion, so it's not just going to be cookie cutter. She wears a lot of younger designers. She wears a lot of Zac Posen. The shoes are obviously always great, but one choice that we did make is that most of the jewelry that I wear for Rachel is my own personal jewelry, so that it just feels like I'm dressing myself as though you're in your own closet. But also, Jolie, our incredible wardrobe designer, had a feeling that if Rachel comes from money, she wants things to feel like heirlooms. So I wear like a signet ring that I've had for a long time, or I wear my grandmother's charm bracelet. I wear this on the show a lot, and this watch.
So a lot of actresses tell us they learn some really great tips when they're on set from their hair and makeup artists. So is there anything you've learned that you take with you into your daily life, or your daily routine?
Oh man, the power of concealer, which, you know, I think especially with the hours that we work, it's pretty brutal. But when I have things like this, and when I'm in LA, I work with Spencer Barnes a lot, who's amazing. And always like the highlight and the contour and just knowing your angles. And of course, hydrating is the biggest secret.
So I know you had a small role in Remember Me a couple years ago, and I know everybody's talking about Rob and Kristen in the news, but you know, we're gonna let them sort out their personal life. But what would you say is the best thing to get over a breakup?
Oh gosh.
If you're giving this
so hard.
I know, right?
The best thing to get over a breakup. See, here's what's bad is that if you're asking my girlfriends, they would always say the best way to get, I'm sure you've heard this.
Of course.
Best way to get over one guy is get
To
on
meet another.
Yeah, right? My mom always said though, like, and I sort of love this analogy. She's like, but when your heart breaks, it's just open up for more love.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Mike and Rachel can get to that good spot where they're ready to open up for more love.
Oh,
We're ready for it.
that would be nice. I've got to say, on a personal girly level, I read it and I just go, what are you doing? She's right there for you. But who knows? I mean, I think that's part of the fun of the show. And if we're going to be fortunate enough to have several seasons, then what'll be great is to just see how it can continue to push and pull.
Be sure to tune in to Suits tonight at 10 p.m. on USA for the summer finale. Thanks for watching. I'm Katie for Pop Sugar TV.